Penguin Random House Audio presents Virgin by Radhika Sanghani. Read for you by Faye Adele. Chapter 1. Ellie Kostakis, 21 years old, non-smoker, virgin. I stared in horror at the words on Dr. E. Bauer's computer. The status of my hymen was plastered across her screen in capital letters. V-I-R-G-I-N. The letters glowed luridly on the green computer screen, the kind used before Steve Jobs figured out Apple. They imprinted themselves into my mind in an 80s blur. A lump of anxiety lodged itself in my throat, and my cheeks started burning. I felt sick. My humiliating secret was all over my medical records, and Dr. E. Bowers was going to see it. I didn't even know what the E in her name stood for, but she was about to find out that in the 2.5 years I had spent at uni, not a single boy had wanted to deflower me. Not one. I was 21 years old, and I still had my V card. "Miss Kostakis?" she asked, pushing her rimless glasses up her nose. "You're a final-year student at University College London, and you're here to register. Is that correct?" I forced my paralysed face into a smile and tried to laugh politely. "Yep, I don't know why I didn't join earlier. I think it's because I just never been sick, you know." She stared blankly at me. Also, you can call me Miss Kostakis, or just Ellie, if you want," I added. She turned her head back down towards the forms, creasing her brow as she struggled to read my messy attempt at writing in block capitals. I wiped the sweat from my palms onto my jeans and told myself to be calm. She was a doctor. She wasn't going to be shocked at meeting a 21-year-old virgin. Besides, she was probably just going to ask me about the Kostakis family history, and the worst thing I would have to tell her would be about great-granddad Stavros smoking a pack of cigarettes every day from the time he was 9. He didn't even die from lung cancer in the end. He choked on an almond at the age of 89. She breathed in sharply. Oh dear, this isn't very good at all. You have more than 7 alcoholic drinks a week? Oh God. If she figured out I had deliberately rounded down by 3 drinks, I would probably be on the first bus out of here to rehab. Dr. E. Bowers cleared her raspy throat. "Oh, sorry," I giggled nervously in a way I hadn't since Girl Guides. "I don't always have 7 drinks a week. Obviously it's just during term time. We normally go out on Thursdays, and Mondays, sometimes Wednesdays, but that club night is kind of full of freshmen these days, so we don't go as much." Dr. E. Bowers furrowed her forehead and pursed her lips together. She started tapping away at her keyboard, and I held on to the edges of the chair with anxiety. I focused my gaze on her computer. The 6 letters were no longer there. She had scrolled down the page without commenting on them. I breathed out an audible sigh of relief. A sentence appeared at the bottom of the screen. "Over 7 drinks a week. Heavy drinker, binge drinks." "Wait! I'm not a binge drinker," I cried. "In fact, I'm not even a heavy drinker. I'm a normal drinker. I barely drink anything compared to my friends." "Ms. Kostakis, 7 drinks a week is still rather a lot. You should think about cutting down, or you'll be back here asking for a new liver in 10 years, she said severely. She tucked her Princess Diana circa 1995 hair behind her ears and continued. "I see you've left this section about sexual health blank on your forms. Are you sexually active?" I died. Am I sexually active? I couldn't even talk to my friends about just how unsexually active I was, let alone Dr. E. Bowers. Someone who wore glasses with no frames was never going to understand how traumatic it was to be a final-year student who had never had sex. I bet she lost hers through a hole in a...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?